And the dream that you dream of once in a lullaby. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dream of, dream really do come true. Someday there's lots of feeling. Bluebirds fly. Good morning. This is Craig on Rainbow Radio, bright and sunny this morning in lovely Laguna Beach. It's currently 58 degrees, I believe. Yes, 58 degrees. But it hasn't warmed up yet, so it may not be beach weather, but we'll be okay with that. What's going on? First of all, I want to start with what's going on because I think that's important at the top of the hour. Laguna Beach Pride is going to kick off June, which is Pride Month, with a big event at Mozambique. And it is a Sunday brunch. Actually, I think it's a Saturday brunch, but it is a Saturday. Hosted with yours truly in Dora. And that is from 11 to 2 p.m., I believe. Let me make sure on that. Yeah, no, it is Sunday, and it's from 11 to 2 p.m., so for 3 hours. And there's a special menu, and it is in the big room at which is the mid-level at Mozambique, and they have recently just updated everything. It's a fabulous venue, fabulous location, and we're so pleased to be there and represent the entire community, because that's what Laguna Beach Pride is about. It's inclusive of everyone. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, as they say. So, and what else is going on? We're still planning a beach bonfire on the 17th of May. And that is a Saturday. And that is we're getting all the details, but it looks like it's going to be in Huntington Beach, on the beach. We thought we'd try someplace different, spread our wings a little bit and expand a little bit to the north, maybe to the south sometime, maybe, I don't know, maybe Lake Elsinore sometime. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's happening as far as LGBTQ things going. There are events that are posted by upcoming events. I have a bunch. So I'm going to announce it. But let's get back to Rainbow Radio. A week from today, I will be signing in with a guest who is a return guest. That's Trisha O'Brien. And she is creating opportunities for disadvantaged people. And she works with a lot of nonprofits as her experience. And so we're just happy to have her back, because there's so much that she is she has so much talent. And I think that this LGBTQ community and the community at large could use a little bit more talent. Not that there isn't any here, but it never hurts to have more. And Dawn Price, who is the managing executive director for the Friendship Shelter. So we're going to talk about things that are going on, particularly with the LGBTQ community, but those who we're bringing together two community advocates to discuss all things important for Laguna Beach. So, what is more important than that? So please tune in a week from today on KXFM and Rainbow Radio And we'll have both Trisha and Dawn here together for the first time ever in the same room at the studio. And it's live from the studio. So um, let me give you a little bit more about Patricia. She's a true advocate for healing, community, and transformation. She has dedicated her life to lifting others up. That's pretty honorable, drawing from her own powerful journey through adversity. And that's a whole story in itself right there. With a background in psychology and social psychology, Tricia has led impactful initiatives in nonprofit leadership. Yep, maybe she can help Laguna Beach Pride with a few things. I don't know. Helping vulnerable communities find stability and purpose. Wow. And Dawn from executive director from the Friendship Shelter. She's been with the shelter since 2008 and has more than 4 decades of nonprofit management experience. She currently serves on Orange County's Continuum of Care Board. I didn't know there was such a thing. Where homelessness systems priorities are set. Dawn holds an MA in mass communication from Duke University and a certificate in nonprofit leadership from the Northwestern University. I am humbled to be in the presence of these two ladies. My word. So that's next week, a week from today. Mark your calendars. Now, what else is going on in LGBTQ world? Well, some notable upcoming events on April 19th at the Segerstrom High School in Santa Ana. There is youth convening, LGBTQ plus youth convening, and it's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And what is it? It's a no-cost youth conference organized by youth leaders from Vivid, focusing on community action and engagement through a queer and trans-inclusive lens. Wow. This year's theme is every kind to every mind. Kind to every mind. And how can you find it? Go to gogaycalifornia.com and you can get all the details. Gogaycalifornia.com. The next one is in San Diego, Queer Lifestyle Music Festival. That's on, it's at the Wicked West in San Diego, a vibrant festival celebrating queer lifestyle and music featuring diverse performances and activities. And you can go to eventbrite.com and, cue in San Diego Queer Lifestyle plus Music Festival. Okay. Moving over to Riverside on May 10th, they're going to have a Pride, Riverside LGBTQ Pride. I didn't know they had Pride in Riverside. A celebration of LGBT community in the Inland Empire featuring live performances, vendors, and community resources. Well, let's have lots of community resources. And for more information, I just Google LGBTQ Pride Riverside because their URL is really long and you'll never remember it. So anyway, that's Riverside LGBTQ Pride and it's May 10th, a Saturday. Moving along, Long Beach is LGBTQ Pride is Saturday, May 17th and Sunday, May 18th in Long Beach. The annual Pride Festival featuring a parade and live entertainment and numerous community activities. Wow. So you can find more about that. Again, search Long Beach LGBTQ Pride. San Diego Equality Awards is up May 30th. And that's from 6 to 10 p.m. in the evening. Location at Lowe's Coronado Bay Resort. Oh, Coronado. That's a nice place. Hosted by Equality California. That should be a really good one. This event honors leaders and organizations that have made significant contributions to the LGBTQ plus community. What else do we have? Self-Care Sunday Sound Bath. What? It's at the Bohem Yoga LA in Los Angeles, a relaxing sound bath sessions promoting self-care, open to all with a focus on LGBTQ community. So this is Self-Care Sunday. And whoa, that's on Eventbrite. You can find it on Eventbrite. So, and it's March 23rd. Self-Care Sunday sound bath. Okay, moving along. LA LGBT Center Market Days. That would be the LA Center. It's in Los Angeles at the center in the market event featuring local LGBTQ vendors, artisans, and community resources. That's on Friday, April 25th at 10 a.m. I wonder how many hours that goes on. It doesn't say. But I would think that would be fun to meet vendors and artisans and community resources. More community resources. Kind of generic for, I guess, whatever else you can throw in there. And then there's the Indigo Ball 2025. This is a big deal. It's at the Hyatt Regency in Newport Beach, and it's an annual gala hosted by the LGBTQ Center OC, entertainment, connection, and celebration of the organization's week. Now, we do have a very active, proactive, very far-reaching LGBTQ center here in Orange County. And this is what their annual celebration is all about. And that's going to be, it's called the Indigo Ball, and it's in Newport Beach. And it's April 26th at 6 p.m. So that's a good one. And then moving over to the desert area at Cathedral City in March, which is the end of this month, the 28th and 30th, the annual event featuring live performances, a parade, a bed race, and champagne brunch. Though that is Cathedral City LGBT Days. They seem to have shortened everything to LGBT these days instead of Q+. But anyway, I digress. Moving to San Diego, there's a festival and parade. July. That's a ways away, but it's the 12th and the 13th, and it's in the Hillcrest and Balboa Park area. Wonderful area. Been there many times myself. It's one of the largest annual civic events in San Diego, featuring a parade and over 300 floats and entries in a 2-day festival at Balboa Park. And it's a wonderful setting, Balboa Park. Yes. So put that on your calendar. Moving along. Wow, we got so many events. Los Angeles Pride. That's coming up. Yeah. So many pride. I think this is a year where we really need to be prideful, all things considered. You think? I think. Los Angeles Pride Festival Parade is June 14th and 15th in West Hollywood. It's the annual LGBTQ Pride celebration traditionally held on the second weekend of June, featuring a festival and parade. Los Angeles, June 14th and 15th. And then moving down to San Diego, Film Out. Okay, FILMOUT, Film Out. San Diego LGBTQ Film Festival. And that is after the summer. It's September 5 through 7. Annual film festival showcasing LGBTQ cinema. Now, that would be fun. It'd be fun to get a motel room in San Diego and spend the weekend there, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, and then the next we have Colors of Strength Festival. Oh, that sounds interesting. What the heck is that? Well, you have to wait a while. It's in October. It's the OC Fair and Events Grounds in Costa Mesa, a festival celebrating LGBTQIA+. Boy, they put everything in there. History Month, featuring various activities and performances. That's probably very much under development. But wait, there's more. I could take the whole program up with what's going on, but Riverside has a Pride Festival. Did you know? That's Saturday, May 10th at White Park in Riverside. The largest LGBTQ plus Pride Festival in the Western Inland Empire features over 120 vendors, performers, workshops, and more. So Riverside, CA governor. Well, anyway, Google it. Another one of those long URLs. If they could shorten them and I could get them out there, that'd be great. And then the next one is OC Japan Fair, and that is in the 2025 spring, 2025 spring, May 2nd through the 4th in Orange County, California. Doesn't say where in Orange County. A cultural fair celebrating Japanese culture and inclusivity for the LGBTQ plus community. So that's a OC Japan Fair, and again, that's May 2 through 4. But wait, there's more. Is this the last page? Yeah, well, almost. It's Night Mart 2-day event, the Anime Night Mart 2-day event. And that is in Orange County, and it's an anime-themed night market welcoming to all, including the LGBTQ plus community. It's a 2-day event, and that is June, which is Pride Month, 20 through 21. And I don't know how this got in there, but it somehow I didn't say in my search Orange. Where this is in Oregon, in Bend, Oregon. Anyway, what the heck? Central Oregon LGBTQIA plus Winter Pride Festival. Oh, well. We can scratch that one off. It already happened, folks. So you can't run up to, no, that's it. So there you have all of the important events that are coming up, including the most important one, which is a week from today here on Rainbow Radio. And yeah, let's cheer things up with a fun song from one of my favorite LGBTQ artists, k.d. lang. Here we go.
Just a kiss, just a kiss. I have lived just for this. I can't explain why I've become this Chatelaine. Just a smile, just a smile. Hold me captive just a while. I can't explain why I've become Miss Chatelaine. Every time your eyes meet mine, clouds of calm burst into sunshine. I'm just a sigh, words, my love, just reply. I can't explain why I've become Miss Chatelaine, Miss Chatelaine. A smile, hold me captive just a while. I can't explain why I've become Miss Chatelaine. Every time Just a kiss. I haven't lived just for this. I can't explain why I become Miss Chatelaine. Miss Chatelaine. Miss Chatelaine. Miss Chatelaine. Miss Chatelaine.
This is Rachel from the Rachel Arama Punk Show, and you're listening to 104.7 KXFM in Laguna Beach. You can find me on the air every Wednesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. with the most amazing punk and alternative that will blow your mind.
That will blow your mind. In the mix of things, I sometimes you forget the obvious, but as far as events coming up, we have a really fun one that's for the station, and I want to talk about just a short minute here. It's the first annual Laguna Achievement Festival. We call it the LAF Awards. So what is it? Well, we ask the community to go on our website and vote for what items within the arts, music, sports, food, best surfer, best hideout spot, whatever you want. It's just about everything is listed there, and vote on it. And when we tabulate all those votes, we'll put them in a mayonnaise jar and take them to this event. Maybe not the mayonnaise jar, but you get the point. And it's when is it? It's on the 31st. Why doesn't it? Yeah, I want to make sure that's right. March 29th, excuse me. So it's the 29th, and it's a Saturday. So, you put your cocktail party dress on and go. Saturday, March 29th. It's at 7 Degrees in the Canyon, and it's from 5:30 to 11. It's a long one. So you can just, celebrate the achievements in the creative and culinary arts in Laguna Beach, and it's a party. So there'll be entertainment, DJs, red carpet reception, just like the Emmys, and it's at 5:30, red carpet reception, and a full bar and food. 7 p.m. awards ceremony featuring lots of live entertainment. And 9 p.m. Roof deck after party with dance music. So, and then 11, another after party. So, this is quite a deal. It's $55 each ticket, or 2 for $100. So it's always good to pair up. So how do you work this out? Well, go to kxfmradio.org, kxfmradio.org, and right smack on the first page right there is this LAF award that's coming up on the 29th. So please vote. Even if you can't go, please vote. Most everyone here in Laguna Beach knows one thing or two things or whatever is on their mind about who should be recognized for their achievements in Laguna Bay, in all things Laguna. So that is, again, the 29th of this month. Not far away and not a lot of time, but should be a raucous good party. Now, I'm going to warn you, today I decided last night I decided when I was putting the program together that I'm going to play a bunch of crazy music that's very disconnected from one to the other. But I guess the commonality that I think it's kind of fun and kind of odd. This goes back, I don't know, to the 50s. Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White is the title of the song. And it's a classic. Here we go. Oh, that song reminds me of my dad's cousin, Stan Cooley, who had a love of the trumpet. And I really do think he could have had a fabulous career as a trumpet player instead of maybe running a hardware store in Eureka. I don't know. He was that talented. And I wonder if he ever played this. So a shout out to Michelle. Maybe she knows and she can let me know. But that was a cherry pink and apple blossom light. And just the way they just run that trumpet through those sexy sounds is just amazing. So what a talent. That's an oldie. And I warned you there's an oldie. Now I have another one coming up, another oldie that that has no connection with anything except that it's just a crazy song I like, I guess. So whatever. Well, that's not the right song. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go.
All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water, cool water. And with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water, cool, clear water. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we pray for water, cool water. And way up there he'll hear our prayer and show us where there's water, cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water, cool, clear water, cool, clear water.
Oh, cool, clear water. Hey, I just got word that my dad's cousin Stan did play Orange Pink and Apple Blossom White. Oh, if I could only go back and listen to it one more time. Anyway, thank you, Michelle. Love you too. And did you realize today is the 16th and that tomorrow is the 17th of March? And what happens on the 17th of March? Well, that would be St. Patty's Day. So I thought, let's share some crazy information about what St. Patrick's Day is all about. And I did some research and I came up with some very interesting things here that I'm going to share with you right now. St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. Ireland. And actually, he was born in Roman Britain around 385 AD. Now, that's a little while ago. He was kidnapped by the Irish raiders at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave. There we go. After escaping, he later returned to Ireland as a missionary, spreading Christianity. So there is who St. Patrick is. The number 2 item on my list is the first St. Patrick's Day parade wasn't in Ireland. The first ever St. Patrick's Day parade took place in St. Augustine, Florida in 1601. Now, this is a kind of a long tradition, this St. Patrick's Day thing, as you can see here. The modern tradition began in New York in 1762. So the St. Patrick's Day parade is going on in New York, has been happening since 1762. And I'm happy to say that this year they've decided that it's okay to allow a gay contingent to participate in the parade. They allow everyone else. Why not allow them, So it's happening for the first time. That's kind of cool. And today and tomorrow, New York City hosts the largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world. Okay. Number 3 item, shamrocks and green, the symbols of the day. Legend says that St. Patrick used the shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. What if it's a 4-leaf shamrock? I don't know. Originally, blue was associated with St. Patrick's Day, but green became the official color due to its connection to Ireland's lush landscapes, the Emerald Isle, as it's known. Wearing green is believed to make you invisible to leprechauns. I see. Who pinch those who they can't see. So there's the pinching. How that worked into the vernacular, to the tradition, I guess. And number 4, leprechauns were originally tricksters. In Irish folklore, leprechauns were mischievous fairies who guarded pots of gold. They were not originally friendly. They played pranks and tricks on humans. The legend says that if you catch a leprechaun, you must grant 3 wishes before escaping. Oh, he must grant you 3 wishes. So let's go catch a leprechaun. I need some wishes granted. Okay, moving along to item number 5. People drink a lot of beer on St. Patrick's Day. You think? I don't know. Maybe. Over 13 million pints of Guinnesses, that's just one brand, folks, are consumed worldwide on March 17th. In Chicago, the river is dyed bright green using vegetable-based dye, a tradition since 1962. That is a sight to see. It is a bright green. It's like a lime green. And I don't know how they do it, but the Chicago River, oh my goodness. And the day was originally a religious holiday, of course, in Ireland, and the pubs were closed until 1970. How could you have St. Patrick's Day with a closed pub? And here's a few other little notes. How people celebrate St. Patrick's Day today. Parades and festivals. Massive celebrations in New York, Boston, Dublin, and Chicago. Traditional Irish food is corned beef and cabbage, which I love, absolutely. Irish soda, bread, and shepherd's pie. All fabulous stuff. Drinking and socializing? No. Green beer, Irish whiskey, and Guinnesses are popular choices. Wearing green to avoid getting pinched, of course, and Irish dancing and music. Jigs, fiddles, and bagpipes fill the air. And the last item is there's a classic toast for St. Patrick's Day. And you can impress all your friends with this. Let me tell you, this is what you say. May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. How about that? Can you get that? Am I going to do it again? You might want to remember it. It'd be great when you're out partying tomorrow. May your troubles be less. Oh, we love that. And your blessings be more. Yes. And nothing but happiness come through your door. Well, we can all hope. So there you have it. That's our St. Patrick's Day information sheet. We can go on and celebrate and have fun. Now, I do have a more current song with Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars just to cleanse our palates with something new here because, like I said, I'm going to be all over the place with my music today. Thank you.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and down with the smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you.
Lost in the words that we speak. I don't even want to do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and all those the only war worth fighting for.
Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Right next to you.
Next to you.
Right next to you.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through,
I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
if the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
I wanna be next to you.
I want to be next to you. Okay, let's that I don't want to play too much news stuff, so we're going to step back with another crazy oldie. And it is a classic. I only play classics. That's what it's a nice way of saying you're old and out of touch, but I digress. Here's another classic with lovely Ella.
After one whole quart of brandy, like a daisy I'm awake, with no Broma seltzer handy, I don't even shake. Men are not a new sensation, I've done pretty well, I think, but this half-pint imitation put me on the blink. I'm wild again, beguiled again, a simpering, whimpering child again, bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep when love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? He is cold, I agree. He can laugh, but I love it, although the laugh's on me. I'll sing to him each spring to him, and long for the day when I'll cling to him. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. He's a fool and don't I know it, but a fool can't have his charms. I'm in love and don't I show it, like a babe in arms. Love's the same old sad sensation. Lately I've not slept a wink since this half-pint imitation put me on the blink. I've sinned a lot, I mean a lot, but I'm like sweet 17 a lot. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I'll sing to him each spring to him, and worship the trousers that cling to him. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered am I. When he talks, he is seeking words to get off his chest. Horizontally speaking, he's at his very best. Vexed again, perplexed again. Thank God I can be over 17. sexed again, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Wise at last, my eyes at last are cutting you down to your size at last. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered no more. Burned a lot, but learned a lot, and now you are broke, so you earned a lot. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered no more. Couldn't eat, was dyspeptic. Life was so hard to bear. Now my heart's antiseptic since you moved out of there. Romance, Finny, your chance, Finny. Those ants that invaded my pants, Finny. Bewitched, bothered, and bewildered no
Oh, that is a lovely song, and she has such a soft and sexy voice. What a singer!
She
Just,
really
she could just
does.
dance all over the place. I hear an echo in here.
She really does have a soft voice.
Oh, Eddie just popped in the room here. Mr.
Good
Single.
morning, Craig. It's still morning, right?
Yeah, it's still morning.
Oh my
You're up
God.
early this morning. I'm shocked.
I am. I woke up at the crack of 8:30.
Oh my! I woke
It's
up.
Sunday, Craig. It's the Lord's Day. Even
Okay,
somebody
right.
had even had to rest.
The running joke. You see all the used car lots, and the sign says, "We'll see you after church on Sunday." They go, those car salesmen. They get drunk Saturday night, and they don't want to go into the car lot until. So they say,
Exactly.
well, we'll be at church.
At church.
Which church do you attend? I got to first give a birthday wish to my dear friend Lisa. Her name was Orr when she was
What?
Lisa Orr. You don't know her.
Oh.
You know, don't worry, Eddie.
Her name was Orr. Oh, her last name was Orr.
Orr, O-R-R.
Oh, you said her name was Orr. It's like, well, of course you would change it to Lisa.
name
Her
was
first name.
Lisa Orr, and I don't know. She's married. She got married, and I flashed on me. Has anyone ever heard of KSYC AM radio with Marion Brooks?
What?
Yeah, that's another one you'll know nothing about. But I just wonder if it's still on the air. Maybe someone can tell me. That was another childhood memory. I'm having my dimensions in full form today.
Let me know if I should have the guy behind you stand by with the paddles in case you.
I need cue cards badly.
Cue cards. That'll help.
That'll really help. So how is Eddie?
all the better for your asking, Craig. Thank you so much. Things are going well. It's a crazy day up in West Hollywood, let me tell you.
What's going on?
It's the LA Marathon. So everything is just closed. The streets are closed.
I was supposed to run the 10-mile marathon.
You were?
Yeah, no, the 10-foot one, maybe.
The 10-foot one. The whole town is shut down. There's it's kind of nuts. I mean, it's amazing because it's a lot. It's, I think it's the 40th. Yeah, 40th Los Angeles Marathon. And It starts at Dodger Stadium,
Oh,
and it goes forever.
the Dodger Stadium is not close into downtown.
No,
No, it's a ways to.
it
Oh,
runs through West Hollywood, and then it goes like, God, where does it go? Let me see if it's
I was Uber driving when one of those events was going. I'd pick up a bunch of runners like early in the morning. I've been working all night, and like 4:30 in the morning, I go pick up people by the airport and take them over to the Dodger Stadium, and it was exciting because here the sun's coming up, and there's all these.
They're so into it. Those people with the crazy.
They're smiling, they're happy, and from all over the world. It's a big deal. It's not. It's not just a little local yokel thing. It's a big deal.
It starts up at Dodger Stadium, and it goes all the way down to. It looks like it goes all the way to. Oh my God. It goes to Santa Monica. It goes all the way down Santa Monica Boulevard and kind of like winds through a little bit of the like Beverly Hills. It goes to and then it ends up at San Vicente. It looks like at the way down there, though. Way down there. It's kind of nuts. That's a lot of running, Craig. Well, I will say this though, it's a gorgeous day to do it. It's beautiful up here right now. Beautiful.
I remember the runner I picked up. She was late, and she wanted me to hurry. And I'm driving, and the traffic is atrocious because everyone's trying to get into the venue.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah, it's nuts.
But I got her in there, and she was so grateful. And I did some creative driving.
Did you?
Yeah, probably not some of it totally legal, but I got her there, and she was happy, and I was happy, and yeah, all well. It all ended well. So that's a big deal today up in LA. Yeah,
it's a lot. I basically on Marathon Day, on Academy Award Day and Marathon Day, I hunker down and just pray for daylight because it gets really crazy. I mean, there's only a couple roads open, and people are just like on edge. So yeah, I just you hear my dog back there. I just hunker down and just kind of ride it out, as one does. I was listening, earlier because I want to be relevant, on the show. So when I pop in, so I was listening. I do. I want to be relevant. So I was listening. So you were talking about like catching leprechauns, and then you were talking about like they have to grant you 3 wishes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. Let me go. What is? Where was that? Oh, leprechauns. Legends say if you catch a leprechaun, he must grant you 3 wishes before escaping.
Before escape. Oh, so okay.
So you want to go on a leprechaun hunt and get as many as you can.
Oh yeah.
Wishes,
Oh yeah. Now tell me, Craig, do you have an idea what your wishes would be?
Oh, well, I remember my mother said the best wish you can have is for happiness. I thought, no, I want money. I want a car. And she says, are they going to bring happiness? Well, yeah, but not forever. So I thought, yeah. So number 1 wish, I guess, is happiness. That's kind of a cop out, though. I would like a 1979 Bill Blass Lincoln Continental Mark V with white leather upholstery and blue piping and the full sunroof, factory sunroof. There's one in Bellingham, Washington for $5,000.
Really? I wish, Craig, you could be more specific.
Well,
that's amazing. That's amazing that you were that specific. I mean, I'd be like, I just want a nice, pretty new car, but you were like, you knew exactly.
Well, yeah, and it's not the most, but it is. I mean,
I'm seeing the car in my head as you're describing it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. It's got blue 2-tone sides with anchors on the back and Bill Blass in the little oval window. It says Bill Blass Designer Series, and I had one, and unfortunately I had to sell it. And I've regretted it ever since because it was absolutely the most fun car. It was like, some cars are unapproachable, like you don't want to talk to those Rolls people or you don't want to talk to those Range Rovers. But if you're in a Lincoln Continental and you got a white interior and your hair's, flowing in the wind and the sunroof is open, huge sunroof, and you're cruising down PCH, everyone's your friend.
Everybody's your friend.
Everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm again, the image is clear as crystal, and I love everything about it. I think it's
We took it
fantastic.
to the Matrix Mexican restaurant on Santa Monica. You know that one? I think it's called Matrix. It's on Santa Monica. It's been there for everyone used to go there.
Yeah.
It's off the street, but it's not quite on Santa Monica. It's a really popular place. So I wanted, well, they have valet parking. So there's a whole crowd of people waiting for their valet, and I'm pulling in this big, huge Lincoln, and the valet gets in it, and he's probably all 5'2".
Right.
And he could barely see over the steering wheel.
Barely touch the pedals.
And everyone's standing there in awe as he tries to navigate this big Lincoln. Oh, that was one of my, it was great. It was one of my moments. I don't know. But
I had a Cadillac when I was a kid. That's one of my starter cars. My folks had this old Cadillac, and I beat the hell out of that thing. I love that car though. I love driving it. I loved how comfortable it was. I love those big old heavy cars, those big old 8-cylinder car. I was a huge car enthusiast when I was a kid. I got into cars. I really did. I used to work on cars. My dad made me work on cars, which I'm so grateful that he did. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with an engine if I opened up the hood today, but boy, back in the day, we used to work on cars all the time. He made me do it. And then eventually I kind of got into it.
I didn't know that about you. My dad taught me everything there was to know about fixing a car. I put new valve lifters in my Super Sport 396.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, I learned. Go ahead.
Well, no, I today I see. Well, there's a YouTube program, but today I see when fathers are sharing their knowledge with their sons is just an emotional moment for me, because it is really cool. If you're that fortunate out there, my listeners, to have a parent who takes a keen interest in you and helping you learn things, and whether it's cars or whether it's art or whether it's playing the piano or music, I think that's a wonderful thing, and embrace it. And because it's not going to be there forever and ever,
Oh, absolutely.
I look back and think of all the time my dad spent with me, and I just wish I'd say, thank you, that for sharing what you know with me, and that's what makes a family,
Yeah, my Uncle Newton worked on cars with my dad when he was a kid, and my dad did the same with me. And he had an old MG that he took apart and put back together. It must have been like 5 or 10. I mean, like, he looked at it. I just remember him always like cranking that engine out, putting it back in, and cranking that engine out, putting it back in. And I had a bug, and those are the best. Those are the funnest cars to work on, because everything's like right in front of you. And I must have took that engine apart and put it back together like 3 or 4 times.
Well, my first project was our Briggs & Stratton lawnmower. My dad decided I could figure out how to overhaul the lawnmower, and I did. I learned a lot from that. And
that is so manly.
I was 12 or 14.
That is so manly.
I overhauled the family lawnmower, and it worked many years after that. Briggs & Stratton was that made the motors on those old things.
I love that.
All those good experiences. Did you get I went through all the events that are going on with regard to the LGBTQ things. That was earlier in the program. I haven't done on this day in history yet, or
oh my God, let's do it. Let's do on this day in history. And please, Craig, can we have to make them positive?
Well, we'll do our best. We'll do.
You have to make them positive, Craig. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. For every one hideous event that happened in history, you have to counteract it with some. You have to counterbalance it with some kind of positive thing. You have to.
On this day in history, I should go. On this day in history, March 16th through March 22. So that's this coming week, starting today.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the news. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm sitting down.
Going back to 1860, New Hampshire legislators enacted the colony's first capital laws, which included severe punishment, oh my God, for sodomites and filthiness, reflecting early legal attitudes towards same-sex relations. That's a negatory.
Well, it's a negative unless people are into being punished, and then it's a positive.
Okay. That's a stretch, but okay. March 17th in 1977 in Arkansas. Arkansas.
You're doing great, Craig. Keep going.
I did that on purpose, please.
Oh, okay.
Reinstated sodomy laws. This isn't funny. 2 years after repealing them, highlighting the ongoing legal challenges faced by the LGBTQ community during that era. Reinstated the sodomy laws because
reinstated the sodomy law, meaning that they made it illegal again.
LGBTQ community. Oh my! Now that makes no sense. Moving on to 1970.
I hope it gets better.
March 18th, the first meeting of the Gay Liberation Front, the GLF, took place at the London School of Economics, marking a pivotal moment in the UK's LGBTQ rights movement. So that's cool. That's
very cool. Are they still around? I don't think I've heard of it.
That's a very British thing. I don't know.
Oh, the Gay Liberation Front. Oh, it was in another country. Wait, where was it?
The first one took place in London School.
London. Oh, that's why we don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Moving along to March 19th in 2004, and this is recent history, the Ashbury Park in New Jersey began issuing marriage license to same-sex couples. Although these licenses were later nullified because they were illegally issued, this event underscored the growing momentum for marriage equality in the United States. How could it be illegal? Were illegally issued? Because California, our governor, who was mayor of San Francisco,
right,
decided that they would, issue marriage licenses, even though by common acceptance that they were not legal. And in fact, they were. And in fact, it had to go to court and, Prop 8 and all that other stuff happened.
Oh, it was crazy. I have a story about that. Do you want to hear it real quick?
Sure.
So my sister and her then girlfriend were finalizing their daughter's adoption, and my niece was adopted from Guatemala at birth, and my sister-in-law went down to Guatemala to bring her back. And what they were doing, they were downtown and they were finalizing my niece's adoption, right? And they happened to notice on the night before election night in 2008, they happened to notice that there was one appointment available for a justice of the peace for marriages.
Oh my.
And they thought maybe we should just do this. It was at 5 p.m. So they said, you know what, we're here. Let's just do it because we don't know what's going to happen. No one knew about Prop 8, right? So my sister and my sister-in-law married on November 4th, like on election day. They married, and the next day on the front of the San Francisco Chronicle was a picture of Barack Obama as being elected the president of the United States. And then when you opened up on the inside page, it was a picture of my sister and my sister-in-law holding my niece as the last gay couple married in San Francisco.
Oh my. Well,
then their marriage was illegal after Prop 8, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well,
all right.
I just realized it's I forgot the procedure. Hold on.
All right, I'm holding.
LP, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7.
Go outside.
Radio.org.
Hey there, what's up, Laguna? Janice Murray here with news. Laguna Beach is about to have its own first mounted patrol. The Laguna Police and Community Foundation invites you to see its premiere at Bowl by the Sea for the LBPD, an evening of community spirit at the Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club on Wednesday, April 2nd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. There'll be lawn bowling, dinner, drinks, and prizes. To attend and donate, go to lbpcf.org, which stands for Laguna Beach Community Foundation, lbpcf.org. Police Chief Calvert says mounted officers are crucial for crowd control and can reach rugged areas for fire watches. And I'm Janice Murray for news on KXFM.
KXFM 104.7, Laguna's Community Radio.
Hi, this is KXFM meteorologist Dave Murray. Gorgeous day on Saturday. Let's do it again on this Sunday. The weather pattern is calming down, pretty quiet on this Sunday, partly to mostly sunny skies. Let's reach a high of about 63 degrees. Now, tonight there'll be some clouds around, but that's about it. 47 for the overnight low. On Monday, partly sunny skies. Let's call it a little bit breezy, maybe even a little windy on Monday, 61 degrees. I'm going to keep the chance of a sprinkle or a quick shower Monday night, but just not expecting much. Then Tuesday, partly sunny and 61. Have a great day. That's my forecast. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray. Tune in, turn on to KXFM 104.7 Laguna's Community Radio.
This disclaimer is a statement notifying listening audiences that any opinions expressed on our shows are not representative of Laguna Radio Inc., its management, or its board of directors.
That's for us. That legal.
I think that last one's for us, Craig. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure. I've never heard that before, but apparently somebody got a tape.
Oh, no. It showed up not long after I came to the station. All of a sudden, this thing showed up. Well, I had asked, prior to my arrival at the station, about opinions and if we could share them. And I got it from the chairman of the board, not Frank, the other chairman, our chairman, and that yes, you're entitled to your opinions, but you need to make sure you say that they're your opinions. And then this, which is fine. I think it's great because it's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion.
It's an opinion.
It doesn't really mean anything.
So continuing with between March 16th and 22nd, the significant events that happened.
Oh yes,
we are on March 20th in 2014. The first Moving Trans History Forward conference commenced at the University of Victoria in Canada. I love Canada, bringing together activists, researchers, and community members to discuss and preserve transgender history. There's a lot, it's like, I've seen so many pictures of people that have made the transition, and you look at them and you go, my God, how would you know? It's kind of like everyone thinks they can spot a trans person. You can't. And everyone thinks you can spot someone who's wearing a toupee. You can't. There are some really the only ones that are obvious, and then you think that's the normal situation. You think anyone who wears a toupee, it's going to be a horrible mess because that's the only ones you see. And when you see the same holds true for gays or trans people, the only ones you see are the extremely obvious ones. Anyway, I digress. So that was transgender history. March 21st in 1966, the Mattachine Society, one of the earliest LGBTQ plus organizations in the United States, staged a sip-in at a Julius bar in New York City. You remember the Orange Julius?
I loved Orange Julius.
Oh, I did too. Whatever happened to all those?
I don't know. How do you make those? It's like ice cream and orange juice, right? You blend it out.
And I think there's an egg in it too.
Ugh.
I know.
Really?
Right?
Oh, I think you're egg right. Egg white, right? Yes.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And then they froth it up a little bit. They are delicious.
They are very good.
Staged a sip-in at the Julius Bar in New York City to protect discriminatory liquor laws targeting gay patrons. The act of civil disobedience is considered the precursor to the Stonewall riots. Oh, they had a sip-in.
A sip-in, you say?
Yes. And the last item on our list on this day in history. In 1993, the third March on Washington for lesbian, gay, and bi equal rights and liberation took place, drawing hundreds of thousands of participants, more than Donald Trump's inauguration. Oh, I just added that one. Advocating LGBTQ rights. So there you have on this day in history for this coming week. You can celebrate something on most every day.
Craig, I'm so proud of you because a lot of those, there were some positive ones in there. It wasn't like all doom and gloom.
Yeah. What's usually doom and gloom is the news because that's
the news.
Our social. And I do have news, but I don't know if I want to go there.
Let's just keep it light. Let's keep it light. Keep it light like a rainbow, It's
Sunday. We should plan outdoor things, and you know, I think there's one of my listeners, Michelle, thinks I think she thinks it's my birthday. It's not my birthday. It's December 29th. That was so last year.
Oh,
and I'm trying to put
it's the thought that counts, Craig.
I tell you, but it's Lisa Orr's birthday. Let's make sure that's
it's
good.
Lisa Orr's birthday.
Now I have a public service announcement for Laguna Beach. If you have a birthday in the works for you yourself or a friend, and you know, I'm sometimes when your birthdays come around, you go, oh, do I really have to participate?
I feel the very same. The very same.
And how am I supposed to act? I don't want to offend anyone. Someone wants to have a party or dinner, and you go. And my younger brother, he's quite that way too. He's like, oh my God, it's my birthday, and everyone wants to do something, and I can't do anything, and yada yada. So I came up with a solution. Whenever there's a problem, you do your best to come up with a solution. And one of the best things you can do if you're having a birthday is say, well, we're going to be at the Montage. That'll scare them off right away.
Yeah, no one's going to the Montage.
But that was just the joke part of it. The best thing is the grassy area that overlooks the Pacific Ocean there is just beautiful with park benches, and
that's true.
And you can what you do is you say, we're going to meet at 2:00. We're going to go to I think they closed the Gelsons here, but go to Ralph's and get yourself a little cheese bar and maybe a little wine and a couple glasses, and bring your fine china and some liver pate and all that other stuff. Maybe a hamburger, a box of Colonel Sanders chicken. I don't know, but just show up, and then everyone shows up. They come and go as they please, and just be there for a couple hours. It's a beautiful setting, and you'd be surprised how many more people feel comfortable just doing that. They don't want to go to a long dinner. They don't want to pay the high prices, and it's an outdoor, casual, just kind of easy get together. And that's my recommendation for your birthday. Or you could do it in Heisler Park too, the same place. That
place is so beautiful, that Heisler Park. There's nothing like it on the bluffs like that. It's gorgeous.
Well, yeah, and there's so many new art features there that are just really cool.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, so those are my recommendations for anyone with an upcoming birthday: Heisler Park or the Montage Cliffs, which is really nice. And the best part, Eddie, they're free.
They're free.
No money. And ask all your friends since they're not buying dinner, to get you a nice gift,
Yes.
Yeah.
Cash and prizes.
Ask them to catch a leprechaun so you can have 3 wishes.
Get yourself a leprechaun.
So, and Eddie, you have green on today already.
I wore green. Well, I knew, you were talking about the St. Patty's Day thing. I said I should put a green shirt on for Craig and do something with my hair. And I've tried, I don't know. I did all I could do. I've done everything I could do. It's a little crazy. I'm postponing my haircut for because Craig, I'm going to Japan.
Oh, well, you'll have to check in.
I'm going to try. I leave for Japan on the 25th of this month. In just 10 short days. Wow. And less than 10 days now. And then so I haven't eaten anything in 10 days. I'm not going to eat anything for the next 10 days because I want to be really, really thin. But I'm going to Japan. I'll be there for 16. I'm going to be gone for 16 days. Now I'm going to try and check in. I'm not sure what time it is in Japan when you're on the air.
Just say what time is it in California on your Google, and it'll always.
All right, I'll look it up in the meantime. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm very excited. I've never been to Japan. I have friends there I'm staying with. I'm going to stay in a hotel a couple nights. I'm going to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and then I'm flying down to Okinawa, which is like the Hawaii of Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Japan too sometime.
It's been on my bucket list for a long time, and this opportunity came up for me to how do I do this? To participate in a recovery event there. And so I'm going to be speaking at a conference, and then I am at a recovery conference, and then for a couple of days, and then I'm going to tool around Japan and have my way with the country, as it were.
you might want to zoom in on next week here when we have I have two guests here in the studio, and they're when you talk about recovery and sharing of yourself and the path you've been down, I think that's really generous of you, Eddie. And Trisha, who is doing the same with her experience and being trans. So, and then I have from the from the Friendship Shelter, I have Dawn Price. She's executive director of the Friendship Shelter, and
that's still there? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and very, very much proactive. You know, they help people transition into a recovery, and they help with housing, and they do so many things along that. So I'm inviting you herewith, if you can make it next Sunday, to join us with Zoom. We'll be here in the studio, and the camera will probably be on them and not me. I know how much you like to watch me, but it'll be on them. And
that's okay.
Yeah, and so that
maybe I'll pop on and just I don't know. Should I? I don't want to take up their time, but
Well, no, I think Eddie. I think it's good to have a little extra voice in there too. It's 2 hours, so I mean, what the heck.
Right. Well, I will say this: my recovery brought me to Laguna Beach in 1987. Don't you know? That's why I landed there, for that very reason.
I did not know that. See, I learned more about you. I still haven't run for the hills, so
you haven't left me. You haven't left me yet, have you?
Nope. Yeah. So let's see if there's some news we can gnaw on here a little bit.
Okay.
These are things that happened. Notable events occurred impacting LGBTQ plus community across politics, legal challenges, punitive laws, significant successes. So this is from this last week, March 9th through today.
All right. Let's hear it.
Through yesterday.
I'm gonna need something to a towel. I'm gonna need a towel to bite down on so I don't scream at some of these things. But go ahead.
Well, let's see. This happened this last week. Connecticut's proposed anti-discrimination bill. Connecticut legislators introduced a House Bill 6913 aiming to prevent discrimination against LGBTQ plus individuals in long-term care facilities. This sounds good.
Yeah.
The bill mandates non-discrimination policies, records maintenance of residents' gender identities, and cultural competency training for staff. Now, that is good news.
That is good news. Good news. Thank you.
And to especially to a very vulnerable older group, and being older, being trans, or being gay, they're all challenging. So that's good news. That's number one. Number two, this is in Texas, so you can probably guess it's probably not. The University of Texas System Board, whatever that is, Board of Regents announced that drag shows would no longer be permitted on campus. The decision aligns with recent executive orders that reflects ongoing debates about gender expression in educational settings. Can't do drag on. I mean, that doesn't. Anyway, that was number two. Number three, Hungary's proposed constitutional changes targeting LGBT. Now, this is a negative one. You want me to skip it?
Let's hear what Hungary's doing, because I mean they're probably going to try to do the same thing. We should be prepared. Let's hear it. As long as we end on a positive one, let's go.
Hungary's governing party proposed constitutional amendments that could lead to a ban on the annual LGBTQ Pride March and allow the expulsion of dual citizens deemed threats to national sovereignty. These changes emphasize the protection of children's development and purpose, and proposes recognizing only two sexes, male and female. That's pretty negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that would have any. I don't know if that would have any teeth here, but who knows?
Okay, moving along to Dan Crenshaw's advocacy against gender affirming care. Texas Representative Dan Crenshaw, led efforts highlighting detransitioners and criticizing gender-affirming care. He introduced legislation to ban Medicaid coverage for such care and supports banning transgender military service. That's lovely. North Dakota. What's going on up there? North Dakota's House passed a resolution formally requesting the Supreme Court to overturn, this is not good, the 2025 Obergefell and Hodges ruling legalizing same-sex marriages. North Dakota's not our friend. I'm not going to visit them this year.
I'm not going to North Dakota, please.
Utah's Pride flag ban and potential impact on the Sundance Film Festival. We're close to home for Eddie.
Oh, this is very close to home. Go on.
Utah's House Bill number 77, aiming to ban pride flags in state government buildings, raised concerns about retaining the Sundance Film Festival. The legislation contradicts the inclusive community Sundance supports, particularly the LGBTQ plus community. So,
well, that's a thing. I mean, so I don't know if we talked about it, but I was at Sundance this year, and
right,
there's talk of Sundance moving. The attendance at the festival this year was light at best. It was unlike anything I'd seen before, and I've been going for nearly 30 years of this festival. I've been going.
Wow.
But also, I mean, a lot of things are being bought. There's a really weird thing happening with the entertainment industry right now. But there is talk of the festival moving from Park City, where it was, birthed in the 80s. I mean, it's been there forever.
Right.
And so they're talking about 2 locations. They're talking about possibly Boulder, which I don't know how that's going to work, or Cincinnati, Ohio. So I don't know. It might be a little bit better if it goes to Boulder, but I think Sundance is really trying to figure out how to keep going. I mean, it's just a different experience lately. I don't know. I know they're going through a lot of changes.
Well, what do you think?
But it's unfortunate about Utah. I mean, but
do you think the attendance down has much to do with the venue or location? As everybody's going there forever and ever and ever. Maybe
so
it up with a new location, like maybe Laguna Beach. I
would love to do a festival in Laguna Beach. We've talked about this before. We should have a conversation. It would be so great to have a festival. Like I do think that Southern California needs an LGBTQ plus festival, because Outfest has been, plagued with all kinds of internal problems and has been struggling. I would love to do something in Laguna. I think it just screams, I know we could come up with some really good venues there. But anyway, I'm just putting that out there to the universe. But the Sundance thing is such that Vail Resorts owns that mountain, right? They own Park City Mountain Resort and the canyons. So when Sundance blows into town, all of their rooms are taken up with Sundance attendees, and nobody's on the slopes buying, $30 hamburgers, right?
Or
so
$300 and $400 day tickets to ski.
Right. So exactly. So Vail is playing hardball. They do not negotiate. They're a really tough company. So Sundance has their back against the wall. So they've threatened to pull out. Now the local merchants in Park City love Sundance, because they, everyone flies in and just spends copious amounts of money, in their stores and their shops and their galleries and everything else. And they love it, and it's been a really good thing for that local community. That's been, they make a lot of money that week. That's 10 days. Actually, it's more like 15, because a lot of people get to town before the festival actually starts, and some people stay after. So it's been tough. They haven't made an official announcement yet, but they are very close to moving out. The closest there's been rumors, but this is the closest they've ever come, I think.
Well, I hope they pick a great location. I think probably Laguna Beach is too small of a community to support it with everything. But an LGBTQ film festival in Laguna Beach makes perfect sense,
It does make perfect sense, and maybe between you and I and our vast network of friends, we could figure out some way to make that happen. I would love to do that.
I have to send you a document. I've fine-tuned the digital media hub.
No?
Yeah, I'll send that to you, and that would be good for the film festival. Anyway, I digress. Supreme Court to review conversion therapy bans.
Supreme Court to what?
To review conversion therapy bans, like making
Wow.
conversion therapy.
They took it. They actually took it up.
No, yeah, let's see what it says. The U.S. Supreme Court agreed to decide whether state and local governments can enforce laws banning conversion therapy for LGBTQ minors, a practice widely discredited by major medical organizations. So they want to bring it back, and there's been so much documented history about the damage and the suicide and it's atrocious. It's a monster, and it's anyone who really studies it or is intelligently and understands it will quickly realize just, it's kind of like saying, what would be a good example? You can inject bleach in your skin and it would be okay,
Right. Okay. Well, you got this lunatic in charge of our health.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That lunatic.
We're entitled to our opinions. Trans rights rally at the U.S. Capitol. How about that? In response to a wave of legislation against transgender and gender diverse individuals, the Trans Unity Coalition organized a rally at the U.S. Capitol to advocate for trans rights and protest discriminatory laws. That was in the Washington Blade. Okay, and then what else happened? LGBTQ plus advocacy groups urge the DNC to intensify efforts. I think they need to intensify efforts for a lot of things. Led by the Human Rights Campaign, the LGBTQ plus advocacy groups urged the Democratic National Committee to strengthen their defenses of LGBTQ plus rights, especially in light of the ongoing political attacks. And the last item in the news is Cathedral City. What?
Cathedral City?
Cathedral City's 9th annual LGBTQ plus Days celebration. Well, I guess it's newsworthy. Hosted the 9th annual LGBT Days from March 7th to 9th, featuring live performances, parades, community events, making California's first Pride event of the year. So California's first Pride event just happened. The first. We're on a roll. And that is all the news. I don't have a bunch of depressing news today, Eddie.
You don't. It actually turned out pretty. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, there's always going to be people trying to, make a big deal about this whole trans thing, and and LGBT. And honestly, I am one that believes that. And again, this is just my opinion. That this is just I don't think they really care. I really don't think they care. I think that's all kind of smoke and mirror stuff so they can continue doing.
I agree. It's
horrible. It's ridiculous. And the fact that the Dems take the bait on it and get consumed in it is why we have continuing resolutions that are passed. I mean, where the hell was Chuck Schumer? Where was that guy? That was ridiculous. He that should have never passed. But anyway, to your credit, to your point, I'm sorry. Yes, there was quite a bit of good news in there. I like it. You know what also is good news in local speaking of West Hollywood local news, Gym Bar in WeHo is set to celebrate its grand opening event with a special event on Tuesday, March 18th, starting at 7 p.m. at 8918 Santa Monica Boulevard. The popular neighborhood sports bar located in West Hollywood's Rainbow District will debut an updated atmosphere and a new elevated menu designed to satisfy both game day cravings and everyday dining.
Did they give you private bar service for this ad?
No, but I just thought Gym Bar is very popular. I do not partake in the sports thing. I watched we've talked about it. I watched the Super Bowl and I watched the World Series, but anyway. So the owners and staff of Gym Bar WeHo are inviting the community to come and experience the renovated space. They've renovated, don't you know?
Where is that on the corner? Where
it is on the yes, it's on the corner.
When it used to be the Cowboy Bar.
No, it's across. No, that's Revolver across from there. It is not. Oh. It's at well, now I need to look it up because it's at 8918. I think it's one block. It's one block east, or maybe 2 blocks east.
Okay.
The other news, that giant space Rocco's in West Hollywood. Now, have you been up here in a minute? There's this beautiful new space Rocco's that apparently one of the that Lance Bass started at Rocco's has been taken over. A new owner has taken over, and it's somebody actually I know. He was a customer at Mickey's when I was working there at Mickey's, and he's a great guy. He took it over and he made a purchase for $4 million. It's it's right there on the corner of San Vicente and Santa Monica Boulevard, and Matthew Ross bought it and is expected to see an expanded event lineup and restore hours of operation. They're going to be back. They're going to a little breath of fresh air. Matthew's going to go in, and I understand they've hired one of the managers from Mickey's, who was bought by Hamburger Mary's. There's lots of shuffling of ownership going on up here right now.
Well, that's all good. I'm going to take a short song break here, Make the World Go Away. I was going to play it after all the bad news, but we don't have a lot of bad news, but I'm still going to play it because it's just kind of a crazy song. And we'll be back on the other side with more news and more information. Eddie Singletary and Craig Cooley here in this beautiful Sunday morning in Laguna Beach, where it is currently 60 degrees and 11:30 on March 16th in the year 2025.
That's right.
To say,
what is your fucking problem? What is your fucking problem?
Do you remember when you loved me before the world took me astray? If you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say. And make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. Just say you love me like you used to, and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away.
That was Eddie Arnold. What I wanted to play was Cattle Call, which is one of my dad's favorite songs from way back when. Here we are. It's Laguna. It is Rainbow Radio here at Sunday in Laguna Beach, California. A beautiful day. Watching all the bicyclists and motorcyclists and Sunday drivers as they cruise down PCH. Have a beautiful view here of it all.
Oh, you have a view. That's right. You look right out over all that. Now, is it looking busy down there?
Yeah, it is. It's very busy. And across the street, there's a there is an apartment, a house that has its own little kind of patio and gardens and lots of stairs, and it reminds me of Tales of the City in Barbary Lane.
Oh,
It's above a
I like that.
tattoo shop, and and I can, there's a leftover skeleton from Halloween on a lawn chair, a patio chair,
Oh,
and there's all sorts of little activity, and it's very entertaining.
can you see now? If you look south, can you see into Little Michael's room? Can you see into
No,
Little Michael's house at all?
I know I can't. And I did
No.
try to look for Catalina Island. I couldn't see Catalina Island. They must have towed it away again. Every once in a while they do that, and you can't see it.
Yeah.
But
They bring it in. They bring it in for the tourists.
Yeah, they always seem to bring it back, which is good, very good. So I wanted an update on your professional work.
Oh, my professional work. My
Yeah.
goodness. Well,
Your unprofessional
gosh,
work.
which thing? My acting stuff or
Yeah, your acting stuff, which is coming up. I know there's some releases in the works.
well, there's a release happening right now. I have a role in a film that was just released in theaters, a limited theater release. It's called The Accidental Getaway Driver, and that film is in wide release right now, actually this weekend, and
Oh, cool.
it's on quite a few screens in and around LA and Orange
An
County
actual
because
movie
it is based on a true story that happened in Orange County in 2016. There was an escaped convict. There were 3 escaped convicts that took a
Was it Uber driver?
took a taxi driver hostage, yeah, and they made him drive around while they robbed liquor stores and got guns and everything, and they took him out to Diamond Bar to kill him. And in 3 days, he not only talked them out of killing him, he talked them into turning themselves in. And it's called The Accidental Getaway Driver. It's based on a true story, based on a true Orange County story, and the film was directed by an incredible director. His first time directing a feature film. His name is Sing Lee. He is Chinese. He is British Chinese, and he did a fantastic job. Not only did he get that film done, but he won Best Director at Sundance Film Festival 2 years ago with this film. And I have a brief. I am one of 2 or 3 English-speaking people in the film. It's a Vietnamese film. It all took the crimes took place in Little Saigon, in Garden Grove, in Huntington Beach, and it was quite a story at the time. And the film's gorgeous. I have a little role in that film, and I just am so proud to have my name on that because it's a story well told. And if you see it, support independent film. It is an independent film. And so that's out, just came out, and that was
on that subject. What is it when you get kidnapped and you become conditioned to the kidnappers and you kind of adopt your processes? What do they call
it? Stockholm syndrome.
That movie is the reverse.
It's the reverse
because the guy that was the driver, the cab driver, he Stockholmed them.
Exactly.
It's opposed to them Stockholming him, if you will.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's so true. It stars Dustin Nguyen. Dustin Nguyen was the Asian gentleman in 21 Jump Street, the series, and Dustin is so good in this film. He's so good.
Okay.
They're all good. I was very impressed. I watched the film again. There was a screening in LA last Saturday night, and I went. And
wow.
Was it Saturday? No, I'm sorry. It was Thursday night. And I went, and it was wonderful in Los Feliz. And the director was there, and I got to reconnect with him again. He's fantastic. I would love to work with him again.
I love the screenings. I just think if I lived up there and they were convenient, I would be at every screening there ever was. But
yeah, I really do enjoy that part of Los Angeles, getting to go to a lot of the screenings. Because I'm in the union, I get whenever the awards come around, I get a lot of for your consideration invitations, and I get to go. And oftentimes they have the the directors or the lead actors in a Q&A
Yeah.
afterwards, which is very interesting. I was the coolest uncle in the whole world because I went to I took my niece to the screening of Wicked up here, and Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Well, that would do it.
And we sat in the second row, so we were like 20 feet away from them. And my niece was just like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, this is so, it was so great just to see the two of them, talking about the process and everything. And they even sang a little bit, which was incredible. Like, that was not expected. And yeah, it was fun, really fun.
The best part about that, when it's all done, you can take them home.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's
Exactly.
a nice thing to say.
Exactly.
I should make an announcement too. I reiterate what's going on with KXFM 104.7.
Oh,
we
yes,
do have an Forget the Oscars event on the 29th of this month, so it's coming up fairly soon, and it's called the Laugh Awards, Laguna Achievement Festival. So we are throwing a mad party complete with a red carpet reception, which starts at 5:30, and full bar and food, and then there's an awards ceremony featuring lots of entertainment that I don't know what all it is, and then there's a party on the roof deck. All this goes on at 7 Degrees in the Canyon, and that is March 29th. Tickets are $55 per person or $100 for a pair, so best to pair up with someone. But the important thing is that you, as a member of the community listening this morning, you can vote and you can share your opinions.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. About, if you were the best bartender in town and Eddie was working, you could say Eddie's the best bartender in town. But anyway, there's all kinds of categories and people from surfers to musicians to culinary arts, and you can vote on them online. Just go to, I was going to say Rainbow Radio. No, just go to kxfmradio.org.
Is laugh an acronym for something?
Yeah, the Laguna Achievement Festival.
A Laguna Achievement Festival. Did you mention that? I that went right over my head.
I did, but that's all right, Eddie. I know.
Thank you. I'm a little slow. I'm only two cups of coffee in.
Well,
Laguna Achievement Festival. I love that. And that 7 Degrees, by the way, it's a great venue. I love that venue.
Yeah. So we should all be there with bells on. I might find a bow tie, a red bow tie. How about that? Yeah.
Look at you, Craig. Now, could you be nominated as a local celebrity?
I guess so. I could be nominated. And not that I
nominate you.
Well, go
How
on.
do I do that? Who do I talk to?
You just go online and do it. Is
there categories?
Yeah, the categories are all there, and you can pick. And I don't know.
What is the website?
It's KXFM 10 radio.
It's a radio. Oh, the radio's doing it. Oh, great!
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, the radio's doing it. We're doing it.
I love that, Josh.
Yeah. So go vote. I guess I don't know if categories are on there for hosts, but maybe
there should be a host one. There should be a host.
Yeah, there should be. There's a lot of different categories. I was surprised, which really makes it interesting because I think there's the best surfer, the best basket weaver. I don't know. There's a little bit of everything.
Well, I'm sure you're a fan favorite. I'm sure you're at the very least you're a fan favorite. With that hair, Craig, come on.
I have to beat my way to the door, but there's so many, it's just
you're a fan favorite with that hair.
Outrageous here. At lovely KXFM.
Oh my God, maybe you'll get best hair.
Well, I should. For having it.
Just for having it. You'll get best hair. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of forehead going on my end over here. But I've always had a very high forehead, always. I mean, but yeah, I'm asking a lot.
Well, your forehead just grew a little. That's all.
That's right.
You can't help it,
That's right.
One thing I'm shocked. I'll see pictures of me in a crowd, and I didn't realize how big my head is. And I don't mean.
Oh, it's enormous.
It's. Yeah. Well, if it fits your body, well, it does, I suppose. But I in grammar school, the nurse called my mom, and said he's got a big head. Is there something wrong with him? And I had to go to the doctor with my mother because they wanted to make sure that my head was okay.
Is that a true story?
Yes.
She was
Yes,
probably
yes.
she was probably talking about your ego. She
No,
wasn't talking about your physical head, and your mother took it literally and brought you to the doctor.
no. My mother just, she told me years later, and then I started thinking, and then I got paranoid that I was. Anyway, yeah, parents got to be careful with those things, you know.
I'm sure she was talking about your ego, not your physical
Yeah,
head.
that's right. That's what it was all about. My ego.
Can you imagine? They run tests on you, and the teacher comes back a year later. She says, "No, I was talking about his ego."
Exactly. Just don't get over it.
Oh, that's
Oh
funny.
my. So we are almost done with the day. We got 5 more minutes to kind of touch on any topic. It's open forum here, Edward. Did you have anything you wanted to share? You know?
Oh no, not really. I just want everybody, all of our listeners, whoever, the handful of listeners, I want everyone just to kind of take a deep breath and relax and try to get into some appreciation. It's a crazy time. But you can control what's right in front of you. So just try to be in the here and now and do what's in front of you, and try to stay off social media as much as you can, and just listen to some music or some Rainbow Radio.
I have a new acronym.
What is that?
WNS. WNS. Every day, everyone should do their WNS. That's a wink, a smile, and a nod. When you see someone that you...
Well, that's WSN, Craig. You said WNS.
WSN? A wink, a nod, and a smile. That's what I mean. A wink.
A wink, a nod, a smile. Okay.
Anyway, thanks for
it's a work in progress. I think.
But I think, you know, you never know what people are going through and what's on their mind and how heavy they feel the world is on them. And when you see someone that, you know, they look happy, just smile and wink. I say a wink, a nod, and a smile in that order. So I think you give a wink, and then they go, what? And you just give them a nod, and then they go, what? And then you smile. That's all.
Yeah. Let's just hopefully they won't take the wink in the wrong way and freak out.
Eddie, are you going to rain on my parade?
No, I'm not. Everyone just needs to wink. Everyone wink.
Well, wink, or just a smile and a hand on a shoulder saying thank you.
Yeah, don't touch
I went to Starbucks.
Listeners, don't touch strangers. Don't touch strangers.
I went to the Starbucks the other day, and this whole family opened up 2 doors for me. I guess they figured I needed it.
Oh, that's such an insult.
A coffee in each hand, and it was like that was the right thing to do. And I thought, well, their parents are good examples. But yeah, I didn't think I looked that handicapped. I bet it's nice to do nice things, you know.
That it is nice to do nice things. It is nice to do nice things.
Make someone happy. I think I have that song.
What are you doing, St. Pat? What are you doing St. Patrick's Day? Before we go, what are you doing, St. Pat? What are your plans?
I don't have any. You know, I am Irish. Cooley is Irish. I've been told, and my grandfather Waldo, he was very Irish, but his last name was Smith. So I don't know. But anyway, I have no plans. I don't even have a green shirt. I have a green shirt, but it's not in my size range anymore. If you know
squeeze into that thing and just wear it. Who cares? Do it.
I think I'll just put a green hanky in my pocket or something. But no, I have no plans. Maybe I will have plans if I go to Trader Joe's and get some corned beef and cabbage, because that just does sound really good to me. Corned beef and cabbage.
I'm going to my friend's place. They're Irish, and they're doing a whole thing, a big party. And they're going to do corned beef and cabbage. They're doing what's the bread, the soda bread or whatever. They're doing all of it.
Oh, I don't know what that. You lost me on that one.
Soda bread. Is it soda bread? What do they call it with the bread? Yeah, the bread. They do the whole thing. They do the whole Irish thing, and then there's a giant carrot cake. I'm not doing sugar right now though, so I'm not going to participate in that. I'm trying not to do sugar. It's so hard.
You is this for Japan? So
yes, I'm sure. Yes, Craig. I wanted to lose a little weight for my pictures for Japan because it was getting out of control. So I stopped eating sugar about 4 weeks ago, and since Christmas, I don't add sugar to anything. I've changed my whole kind of way that I And like I don't eat cookies and crap like that anymore.
Mhm.
And I've lost both 6 or 7 pounds and my will to live.
Well, I don't know which is worse.
It's so
I've
awful.
lost 35 pounds.
You have?
I have, and
Oh my God.
I'm doing the Mongiarno
Oh,
injection.
you are? Oh, I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Stand
And
up and do a little twirl. Stand up and do a twirl.
No,
Let's see.
no, I feel so much better. That's the important thing. And the only side effects they can find on it are that it improves your cardiovascular. There's
Well,
a
that's
lot of-
amazing. I'm very proud of you. That's
Yeah.
that's not an easy thing
I
to
only
do.
got another year and a half to go to get where I want to be, but that's okay. Hey,
It
I'm
takes
good
as long as it takes. Congratulations. I think that's, I love that. I want to get some of that.
I want to live long and prosper,
That's right.
The prosper part needs to come a little sooner, though.
Yeah. Times are running out. Times are running out, right?
Where's that prosper?
Oh, God.
we could all do so good. So I don't know if I want to shout out to my brothers, Todd and Brian. I haven't done that in quite a while. Maybe they're listening. And Lynn in the UK. And that's about it, I guess. And Michelle, of course. And Mario. We can't forget Mario. He always promises to make me an fabulous Italian dinner, and it never seems to happen. And he describes what's on the menu so well. I'm just all excited. And anyway, someday when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold. All right, we're going to take it away here, Eddie, with a song called "Make Someone Happy" by Chris Bodie on the trumpet. It's just a instrumental version of "Make Someone Happy," but it's the best thing, and I think everyone should be happy. With a wink,
a nod,
and a smile. Or you could have a smile and a nod and a wink. I don't know. You've got to have all of them, though.
Just try to get the order right and don't get arrested.
Jesus, my age is catching up with me. Anyway, have a great Sunday. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And
Thanks everybody. Thanks, Craig.
You're welcome. Next week we're going to be here again with 2 guests, and it's going to be a rousing conversation. And the love will be exploding out of the studio. Love for everyone in the world. Thank you. Thanks again for tuning in.